Morning. I just filed an IFR flight plan from Lewiston Pierce County Airport in Idaho to Tri-Cities, Pasco, Washington, or Pasco. It's a practice flight. I'm trying to regain good experience flying IFR using Pilot ATC. I'm in the Baron G58 and I have filed a flight plan, so now I'm ready to set up the cockpit. Fuel on. Mixture full rich. Throttles up a little bit. Nav and beacon light on. Left or right and left alternator and the right and left battery. I'm going to let this boot until it's finished before I begin to start the engines. Trying to figure out where to put my microphone. I have a headphone with a mic on it, and it's so hard to position the mic in such a way that I don't get when I breathe out my nose, you can hear it. I'm kind of a heavy breather, I guess. I know that if I put it down too far, down by below my chin, then it's not nearly as clear when I speak. Alright, so that's finished. Avionics on. Well, no. Avionics off. It's engine start time. Left engine. Looks good. Right engine. Also good. Now avionics on. Time to the rest of the GPS system has been activated. I did not look to see which runways are in use, so we'll get that from ASUS. Or ASOS. That would be 135.575. Okay, here we go.
Lewiston Pierce County Information Sierra, 1456 Zulu. Winds are light and variable. Visibility 10 miles. Skies clear. Temperature 17, dew point 11. Current altimeter is 29908. Arriving and departing runway 08. Lewiston Pierce County Information Sierra, 1456 Zulu. Winds are light and variable. Visibility 10 miles. Skies clear. Temperature 17, dew point 11. Current altimeter is 29908. Arriving and departing runway 08.
Okay.
Lewiston Pierce County Information Sierra, 14.
So now I need to contact tower. No. Yes. On 119.4 to see if My flight plan is okay. Baron 1 Mike Whiskey with information Sierra, ready to copy.
Baron 1 Mike Whiskey, contact ground on 121.9er. Enjoy your morning.
Ground, huh? I've been getting that wrong. Oh yeah, okay, ground. I'll try to remember that. Wow, it's a long ways to Niner. In either direction. Coming up on Niner. There we go. Alright. Baron 1 Mike Whiskey with information Sierra, ready to copy.
Baron 1 Mike Whiskey is cleared to Kilo Papa Sierra Charlie. Climb via the Podower 2 departure, with the Podower transition, then as filed. Expect departure runway 08. Maintain 8,000 feet. Squawk 3436.
Say again for Baron 1 Mike Whiskey.
Baron 1 Mike Whiskey is cleared to Kilo Papa Sierra Charlie. Climb via the Podower 2 departure, with the Podower transition, then as filed. Expect departure runway 08. Maintain 8,000 feet. Squawk 3436.
Baron 1 Mike Whiskey cleared to Kilo Papa Sierra Charlie. Using the POP-TOW departure and the POP-TOW transition. Expect runway 08, climb and maintain 8,000 feet, squawk 3436, Baron 1 Mike Whiskey.
Baron 1 Mike Whiskey, read back correct. Altimeter is 29908, let us know when you're ready to taxi.
Altimeter 29908, Baron 1 Mike Whiskey. Okay, so we've got our information. Might as well put in what I need to. 29908. Ident. Oh, not that. Transponder code is 3436. 3436. On. Back. Go ahead and turn on the pitot heat, clear that off of the screen. Runway is 08. I'm going to set the heading bug on heading 08. Alright, let's figure out, we have a departure. Okay, flight plan originates at KLWS. Enter. Runway is 8. Enter. Enter. I'm going to go down and do destination so I don't forget it, which I did yesterday. And it is KPSC Pasco. Do not know which runway. to accept the route. As we have a, well, I wrote that down somewhere. Here we go. We enter the Victor 187 at POTOR. So POTOR. Now we want a airway. That would be 187. Enter. The exit is OE Rocks. Turn the throttle down. Come on. There it is. Load, yes. Okay. Departure, which is, what did they tell? Pop toe. Yes. Let me make sure here. There's only one. POTOR 2. With the POTOR transition. Okay. Not 100% sure, but that's what I'm trying to do. Alright, now, anything else? Check our control surfaces. Appear to be working just fine. Alright, so we want to turn on the flight director. We're cleared to 8,000 feet. We want to climb at least 800 feet per minute. Heading bug is on the heading of the runway. I think we're good to go. So, what do I need to use to taxi? Who do I contact? I should contact ground. Okay, let's see if that'll work. Baron 1 Mike Whiskey, ready to taxi.
Baron 1 Mike Whiskey taxi to runway 08 via taxiways Charlie, Delta, Alpha, Alpha 1, hold short runway 12, and runway 08.
Taxi to runway 08 via taxiways Charlie, Delta, Alpha, Alpha 1, hold short runway 12, and 08. Baron 1 Mike Whiskey. Alright, let's see where we need to go. So we're over here. There's the tower. There's the tower right there. So we're over here. So they want us to taxi to Golf. Charlie. Delta. Hold short runway 30. Keep going. And runway 12. This is where we want to go. Golf. Charlie. Delta. Okay, we need to be going in the direction that we're aimed, and need to do a 180. Okay. Taxi lights on. Fuel pumps on. And away we go. Brake off. A little bit of throttle. And then here to Golf. What computer feels as Golf anyway.
Okay, 4276, I'm on a tower, right 32 left, clear to land, wind 040 at 8. 32 left, clear to land, okay, 4276.
Landed here last evening. Quite an experience. I made a lot of mistakes. Filmed it all. Don't know if I'm going to put it up on YouTube or not. There's just so many mistakes I made. I'm really rusty. So we're going to go all the way down here. Hope I don't go too far.
Baron 1 Mike Whiskey cleared to cross runway 12.
Cleared to cross runway 12, Baron 1 Mike Whiskey. Cross here. We've got a long ways to go. Taxiing is a lot of fun trying to figure out where you're supposed to go. Microsoft doesn't necessarily have the taxiways marked properly, but as long as I'm at a smaller airports, I'm able to manage.
Baron 1 Mike Whiskey contact tower on 119.4, have a good morning.
Tower on 119.4, Baron 1 Mike Whiskey. I don't know where I am. Okay, I need to take a right here. Okay, I was afraid I was coming out on the runway, but I'm not. This is a taxiway here. Coming up here to the end of the runway. Runway 08. Brakes on. Just want to make sure everything's right. Taxi off. Landing lights on. Strobe on. Everything is working. I already had checked that, but this doesn't hurt to double check. Okay, we have the altitude set. We have the flight director is on 800 feet per minute. Heading bug is looks right. So let's see what happens. Baron 1 Mike Whiskey, ready for takeoff.
Baron 1 Mike Whiskey winds are light and variable cleared for takeoff, runway 08.
Cleared for takeoff, runway 08, Baron 1 Mike Whiskey. Brake off. Okay, so we'll go out here and run her up to full. Then we turn right. Throttle up. At 2,000 feet, we can turn on the autopilot. Gear up. Throttle back, or the props back a little bit. Okay, we can turn on the autopilot. Let me bring it around.
Baron 1 Mike Whiskey, contact Seattle Center on 123.905. Enjoy your morning.
123.905, Baron 1 Mike Whiskey. Autopilot on. Say again for Baron 1 Mike Whiskey.
Baron 1 Mike Whiskey, contact Seattle Center on 123.905. Enjoy your morning.
Center on 123.905, Baron 1 Mike Whiskey. Oops, forgot to put the nav on. Baron 1 Mike Whiskey, climbing through 4,300 feet.
Baron 1 Mike Whiskey, good morning. Radar contact.
As I saw that they hadn't switched frequencies, so I needed to ask again what the frequency was, because I didn't write it down. Didn't remember it. Swung wide because I failed to put on nav, but if we were very far off course, ATC would be contacting me, so we're okay. Probably turn off the landing lights. Leave the strobe on. Don't know if that's right or not, but that's what I do. We're still in a climb, so I like it to be about 2,500 RPM. So we can go forward a little bit on the props. Climbing at a pretty good clip. On pilot to ATC, I've changed all the voices to The one male voice is the one that does the best. I had them on random voices, but some of them just do not enunciate well enough where I can figure out what they're trying to tell me. I get flustered by that. So I'm going to try this flight with just the one voice. Which one? The one I think is the best anyway. We'll adjust from there. So we took off, and now we're on Victor 187 on our way to Potter, I believe. Let's take a look. Yes, Potter. We'll intercept that in 3.5 miles, and then we'll be on this course here. So it's a fairly short flight. To Pasco. Don't know which runway I've been assigned. I'm not going to adjust the mixture. It's not that long of a flight. We're not flying that high. I have the fuel pumps on. Fuel pumps, we have 22 pounds of manifold pressure. When we get up to 8,000, I'll slow things down to 2,400 RPM. Coming up on 8,000. Okay. About as close as I can get it. Should pick up some speed here. It's one thing about Pilot ATC, you can't switch from visual flight rules to instrument flight rules, really, because once you file your flight plan, you've made your decision, and there's probably ways of doing it in flight. In fact, I think I probably have, but it's pretty complicated, and since I'm trying to practice IFR flying anyway, well, that's the deal there. Of course, I can cancel IFR at any point. The flight plan, I can cancel the flight plan, but then I'm on my own. So yesterday when I flew to
Baron 1 Mike Whiskey, contact Seattle Center on 132.6. Have a good morning.
Center on 132.6, Baron 1 Mike Whiskey. Baron 1 Mike Whiskey at 8,000 feet.
Baron 1 Mike Whiskey, good morning. Radar contact. Altimeter is 29907.
Altimeter 29907, Baron 1 Mike Whiskey. Need to decrease that by 1. What was I saying yesterday when I was flying to Lewiston, Idaho? It was raining and stormy and clouds and pretty windy, but we made it. Though I made, like I said at the beginning here, a whole lot of errors, and I think I'm too embarrassed to upload that video. Though I watched it a couple of times. It's good to watch for me anyway, because I can go, oh man, was I... it's just real, sometimes I'm disappointed in myself. I do things that I know I shouldn't do, or I don't do things that I know that I should do. As far as flight sim goes, well, life in general too, but yeah, this is the Baron G58, the Osobo. The G1000 here is the G1000 in a NXI, which is the mod for this. I love it. Works really, really well. I haven't found any errors. It says there's bound to be a lot of mistakes and stuff in it, but I think it's really working well. So, say active runway at Kilo Papa Sierra Charlie for Baron 1 Mike Whiskey.
Baron 1 Mike Whiskey arriving and departing runway 03 left, 03 right.
So we don't know which one. Okay. Zero could be 03 left. Here or here or I don't see a 03 right. Oh, we'll assume 03 left. Why? Let's see if there's Pasco. Looks like. Right. Let's see. I don't know what the transitions are. Some of them, gosh, there's a whole bunch of them. It could be. Inuda. Inud. Maybe. Could be Pasco. Could be Cordo. Ample. Try to get some of those names. Could be Inuda, yep. Let's see, what other ones? Z. Oh my goodness, that is really complicated. Wow. So it could be a lot of different. We'll just have to try to sound out what he tells us and go from there. Some clouds. It's a pretty smooth flight so far. .300 horsepower. This thing is decked out. The only things that are not a part of this aircraft are pressurized cabin and turbocharging. And I read here recently the reason for that, and that is because they'd rather that you move up to the next level of aircraft, which is the King Air. If you want. Yeah, I guess what I'm saying is if they feel Beechcraft that if they made the Baron with a pressurized cabin and turbocharged engines, that fewer people would move up to the King Air. So, and I can understand that because this is a wonderful aircraft, very capable, resilient, robust. But the King Air is so different from this. I don't quite agree with that, but I mean that's a turboprop. And you can probably get those. I know you can get those configured as for a low altitude King Air and a high level King Air. A couple miles to Butak. Let's see where that is. I want to do low. World low. Here's Butak. So we're about halfway. Butak is right there. Okay. It's July 5th, which is a Tuesday. It's the year 2022. Need to go to work here in a little bit. Been having a lot of fun with Microsoft Flight Simulator. I was kind of away from it for about a year. I've said that on my other videos as well. But I've taken interest into it, and it's improved a lot. But my equipment, that would be my computer and graphics card, are just barely capable.
Baron 1 Mike Whiskey, contact Chinook approach on 128.75. Have a nice day.
Approach on 128.75. Baron 1 Mike Whiskey. Baron 1 Mike Whiskey at 8,000 feet.
Baron 1 Mike Whiskey, good morning. Radar contact. Baron 1 Mike Whiskey, expect the RNAV approach to runway 03 left with the PSC transition at Tri-Cities cleared direct to Backendance direct Oirex direct Pasco.
Expect the RNAV approach to runway 03 left with the PSC transition cleared direct Bacon, then direct Oirex, direct Pasco. Baron 1 Mike Whiskey. That's a lot. So, let's see. 3 left, PSC transition. Cleared direct to Bacon. Then direct Oirex, then Pasco. Okay. So let's see what we can do here with our So, which one is that then? Well, I guess I can find out if it doesn't come up. So let's try that. Okay, there's PSC transition. Off, off, load. We're okay, direct to Bacon, then Oirex, then Pasco. Don't know. Let's see what happens. It says 4,200 will be our next flight level change.
copy description. Bravo Scooter, wind 0306, altimeter 3010.
See, 'cause I don't know which one of those. There's Pasco, so it must be that one. So 3500 holding pattern. I don't know if that's the right one or not. Don't think so. Just because it has Pasco on it. I don't see Pasco on here at all. That's the only two, so has to be that one. We want to be at 2300 for full gut. So it looks like we're going to come Pasco. Travel this direction, enter the holding pattern at 3500. Then, so, okay.
Baron 1 Mike Whiskey cleared for the RNAV approach to runway 03 left with the PSC transition descent at pilot discretion to be at 8,000 feet by Todd, maintain at or above 8,000 feet.
Cleared for the RNAV approach to runway 03 left with a PSC transition. Descend to 8,000 feet at pilot's discretion by top of descent for Todd. Baron 1 Mike Whiskey.
Baron 1 Mike Whiskey radar contact.
I'm at 8,000 already. So the holding pattern is 3,500, so we need to be at 3,500. See, there's our TOD right there. See if that keeps changing. It's right on the river. Oh, so that's where we begin our descent to 3,500 feet. Interesting. This thing really is amazing. Top of descent still right on that river. So when we get to that point, we'll begin our descent. And there's the river off to our left. So we're coming up on PSC.
Baron 1 Mike Whiskey descend via the PSC transition to 3,500 feet.
Descend via the PSC transition to 3,500 feet. Baron 1 Mike Whiskey. Okay, so 1,500 viz. Pull back on the throttle. Don't want to overstress.
Okay, 4276, I'm on tower, 32 left, clear to land, wind 040 at 8. 32 left, clear to land, okay, 4276.
Little rain squalls off in the distance. RNAV makes these approaches so much easier, especially when it's working properly. So runway is 08 left. Gotta remember that. 08. I put the heading bug on 08 because that always helps me remember how I'm lining up, where I'm lining up. And I got to remember to do the left runway, not the right one. And which way do we assume we exit left? At 03. I gotta. What am I thinking? Okay, so no, we exit right. Exit right. Alrighty, good thing I checked, and it's 03 at left.
Baron 1 Mike Whiskey altimeter is 29906 at Tri-Cities Contact Tower on 135.3, have a good morning.
Altimeter 29906, contact tower at 135.3. Take care. Baron 1 Mike Whiskey. Baron 1 Mike Whiskey, descending through 4,900 feet.
Baron 1 Mike Whiskey altimeter is 29906 at Tri-Cities Contact Tower on 135.3, have a good morning.
Altimeter 29906, tower on 135.3. Baron 1 Mike Whiskey. Not picking that up. 135.3.
Quebec, Omaha, Tower, altimeter 3010 on a right base, runway 3.
Baron 1 Mike Whiskey, descending through 4,300 feet.
Baron 1 Mike Whiskey good morning. Radar contact. Continue RNAV to runway 03 left, call when established on final.
Continue RNAV to 03 left. Will call when established on final. Baron 1 Mike Whiskey.
Baron 1 Mike Whiskey, this is Tri-Cities Tower on 135.3, please repeat your request.
Continue RNAV to runway 03 left. Will call when established on final. Baron 1 Mike Whiskey.
Baron 1 Mike Whiskey, this is Tri-Cities
Say
Tower
it's
on
not picking that
135.3,
up.
please repeat your request.
It's alright. Okay. So, we're at 3,500. Beginning our hold. Turn on landing lights. Start setting up for landing here. Props up to 1,500, 2,500. Slow down some. Need to descend to 2,900 feet at some point here. When we come out of this turn, I'll flaps 1. At full gut is where we need to be picking up our LNAV.
Got 3313, start send along Del Race, want to verify runway 18 clear land.
18 clear land, got it, 3313.
Thanks.
Southwest 43, just pushed off Bravo 16, Delta, ready for taxi.
So 43 on my ground runway, 14 right taxi via Delta Whiskey.
14 right via Golf Whiskey, Southwest 43.
I think it's over here. I don't know, or here. Not sure. A lot of lights blinking over there. And we want the left one. That must be it. I don't know. Okay, let this thing settle in. Flaps 1. Okay, glide path is about to show. In fact, why don't I push approach just to see? Yes, glide path has been activated. So gear down. When we start capturing that guide slope, I'll call to the tower. Everything is, see, I've got green, 3 green, yep. Flaps 1. Flaps 2.
Got 3313, turn right at Delta contact ground.
Right at Delta over ground, Skywest.
Baron 1 Mike Whiskey established on final.
Baron 1 Mike Whiskey winds are 355 at 5 knots, cleared to land runway 03 left.
Clear to land runway 03 left, Baron 1 Mike Whiskey. Keep the speed up, fella.
Airplane is 156 Bravo, sound visual runway 18.
Class 1560 Bravo, on my tower, runway 18 clear to land.
Clear to land 18, flight is 156 Bravo.
Up hot ground, Skywest 3313, thrust Delta for Alpha.
Yes, 3313 over on ground, take clear.
Tech 3313.
6 Bravo, Roger, we'll be with it.
Southwest 43, on my tower, flighting 140, and then 14 right, clear for takeoff.
Flight 140, clear to take off 14 right, Southwest 43.
Don't want to be too high by the time we get to Fogut. We need to be at 2300. by the time we get to Fogut. Oh, okay, it's looking good. We have this. So I'm not quite sure what these mean. I need to look that up on the manual. Slow down to 95 knots. Gears down, flaps down.
The 43 kind of parts good play. Departure southwest 43.
Remember, we exit right. Eye on the speed.
Come on, tower, I think I think they want Charlie off the second visual 1-8.
I think they want Charlie off my tower and 1-8 clear land.
Where's the land? 1-8. I think they want Charlie.
Okay, at Fogut, we should capture the glide path, I'm hoping. Or whatever they call it. The glide path and the LNAV should take over anyway. Yep, so we've got that. See, so that's green and blinking, so we're on the glide path now.
Sierra, left at my close short of 14 left minus 360.
Slow down a little bit.
Left on Mike, hold short of 14 left 156.
I remembered to say established on final, and I remembered to put the props up.
West of Sierra Bravo, in contact ground.
That's routing. Ground pilot 156.
How far down can we go? Let's see here.
South 14 left at Mike, go to ramp 60.
Pretty low. I don't
Sierra 10,
remember.
2 miles, 7 up to unknown, just dropped off now, no longer observed.
What shall I have?
Go down to 700 feet.
And one Charlie Alpha is on attack here.
1 Charlie Alpha, Roger, you can plan for a left turn at Sierra.
Looks right, one Charlie Alpha.
I think I'll take over from here. I think I've established that I flew that okay. So,
Clearance,
autopilot off. Whoa.
VFR up to Lima Yankee Victor. Five, 4, 3, 2, Mike, need back aircraft to the February stop fix as they do on flight on with notice. We're a Cessna 340 slant with Bravo Golf. What's your first heading to Lima Yankee Victor? It'll be a probably a 005. 005, thank you, sir. And this is 32 Mike.
We're high a little bit
Below 3,500. Departure.
in altitude and speed.
4.5.
Got all white.
Squawk 0250.
Okay, at or below 3,500,
One red.
24.50250 for 32 Mike.
This is the 3293 base 6.
Two red. Continuing.
Ground, Princess 5432 Mike, Alpha 6 Tech.
Air 1 Charlie Alpha, turn left at Sierra, contact ground.
Left at Sierra, over to ground. 5432 Mike. Cheers, Echo current, 122011, altimeter 3008.
Mission Echo current, altimeter 3008.
Baron 1 Mike Whiskey exit runway when able.
Peter 681 Charlie Alpha, home on ground.
Roger, Baron 1 Mike Whiskey.
Left turn left at Mike, cross.
Brake.
14 left and hold short on Lima. Cross 14 left at
Lap up.
hold short at Lima, 1 left. This is the 32 Mike, where are you coming out from, sir?
Hangar Alpha 6.
Okay, is that the north or south side?
South side.
Okay. 1 Charlie Alpha after crossing, 14 left, you can continue to the ramp Lima.
Okay, after 14 left crossing to the ramp via Lima, 1 left.
Taxi lights off. Or landing lights off. Strobe off. Taxi light on. Baron 1 Mike Whiskey, clear of active.
Baron 1 Mike Whiskey, welcome to Tri-Cities, contact ground on 121.8. Enjoy your stay.
Ground on 121.8. Baron 1 Mike Whiskey. Baron 1 Mike Whiskey, requesting taxi instructions to general aviation parking.
Baron 1 Mike Whiskey, taxi to general aviation parking via taxiways Charlie, Alpha, new taxi path, Delta, Echo, hold short runway 03 right, and runway 30. Baron 1 Mike Whiskey cleared to cross runway 03 right.
Cleared to cross runway 03 right, Baron 1 Mike Whiskey. I'm going to go ahead and cross and then pull it and pull our map out, or map of the airport. Okay, so I know this probably isn't very realistic, but so we came in on 03 left. I think we're about right here. So we want Charlie, Alpha, Delta, then Echo, and we'll find parking over there. Okay, so we're here. We'll take a left to Delta and then down. Okay, so let's get this set right. Let me see. So this is where we want to go over here. So yeah, we want to oh, okay, so I just need to go left. All right. Okay, a shallow left.
Got 3313, sorry, it's been a long day already. Just want to verify runway.
Sorry, it always takes me so long to figure out.
Thanks.
Apologize for that.
Ground Southwest 43, just pushed off Bravo 16, Delta, ready for taxi.
So 43 on my ground runway, 14 right, taxi via Golf Whiskey.
14 right via Golf Whiskey, Southwest 43.
There's a tower, obviously. I remember I did a video for my daughter. She wanted a Hawaii trip thing, and I had a little airplane that I was using. That airfield in Honolulu is gigantic. I was really lost. I found my way, but my goodness, it's just huge. We'll go down here as far as we can go and then take a left. We want over there.
Got 3313, turn right at Delta contact ground.
Right at Delta over to Grand Skywest 15K.
Pilatus 156 Bravo, sound visual runway 18.
Pilatus 1560 Bravo on my tower, runway 18, clear to land.
Clear to land 18, Pilatus 156 Bravo.
Omaha Grand Skywest 32.
Baron 1 Mike Whiskey ready to cross.
B1320.
Baron 1 Mike Whiskey cleared to cross runway 7 at pilot discretion.
Cleared to cross runway 7 at pilot's discretion. Baron 1 Mike Whiskey.
Delta for Alpha 9.
I guess that means I better look, huh?
Taxi Grand Skywest 5813.
6 Bravo, Roger, we'll be winning.
Oh, that's 3-0. Yep, 7.
Flight 140 and then 14 right, clear for takeoff.
Flight 140, clear to take off 14 right, Southwest 43.
Now we'll go over here and see if there's someone who's going to guide us in. I don't see anybody. This is as good a place as any, because I sure don't see anybody.
The 43 kind of departure, good flight.
Departure Southwest 43.
Oh, I guess they come out to greet me. All right, let's see if we can get this thing shut down. Brake on. Parking or taxi lights off. Avionics off. Alternators off. Pitot heat off. And we starve the engines. Battery off. Light switch off. Ignition off. Ignition off. And fuel off. Alright, so that completes my flight from Lewiston, Idaho to Pasco or Tri-Cities, Washington. I hope you enjoyed the flight. I sure enjoyed having you flying along.